Hey you, so on this episode, the good, bad, ugly, new collector coins, going to be going over some of the new offerings from some of the more popular mints and maybe some of the not so more popular mints. So once again, this is just me going over some of the coins that I've come across that may be new to the market, that once upon a time I would have picked up, or coins I would have definitely stopped and taken a look at, and just given my thoughts and opinions and my thought process on when I see these coins, what goes through my mind. So jumping straight into this, we're going to be starting off with the first coin here. So on the first coin, we have a continuation of a series. I believe this is the Mythical Creature series by Perth Mint. Now, I believe they've done a dragon each time. So they've done a 2 ounce and a 5 ounce variant. This coin here is of the 5 ounce variant again. The last one done pretty well on the secondary market from what I saw and from what individuals had mentioned, and they have another 5 ounce here. So this piece is very nice. If I was going to be picking up any of the coins I'm going to be showing now, this would definitely be it. It's very good. I would say we're talking good, bad and ugly. We can look at the back side here. Once again, it's on an antique coin. I've mentioned before, the pluses I see to that is that we all know the imperfections and pitfalls that we get when we're talking silver, when we're talking blemishes, or even the dreaded melt spots. So it being on an antique coin, knowing you can hold it without worrying that a melt spot's going to pop up, because the antiquing and just the color of the coin really hides any type of blemishes, is a massive positive for me. I would say the bad thing about this coin is going to be the price due to it being on a 5 ounce. So it's going to be rather pricey. It could price a lot out. The cheapest I've seen this coin for in Europe would it be around £340. It's around $445. And it's varying from dealer to dealer. I've seen it around £370, $478 on different dealers. So finding this coin for the right price is going to be key, but I would say that would be the only bad thing about it. But it's a collector piece. It's down there, you're paying the same thing if you're talking a silver proof high relief coin. So, but I think you get the added benefit of it being antiqued and it coming from a strong mint, and also previous issues selling very strongly on the secondary market. So that's it there in the clamshell that it comes in, and then you also get it in this nice snazzy fiery red box, which could also symbol a lot on the Asia market. Now, mintage wise, I also think could be somewhat bad, as this is on a 388, I believe. I don't know what the previous mintages was on these coins, but I think for a 5 ounce, it being such a larger piece, being on a lower mintage would have been better. 288 and 188 would have been fantastic. But I know that these do sell well, and especially if you're interested, I would say pick up sooner than later, because dealers, once they do get low, have no qualms, rising the price. And I know some shady dealers may rise the price now, just seeing this video. But yeah, this would have been of most interest to me, just seeing what the previous issues had done, and it being on an antique and a 5 ounce from Perth. But it's a stunning new release, continuation. I think they've added a bit of color to the pearl here. Seems to be different, and the dragon seems to be in more of a different pose than the previous ones. But this seems to be doing okay. Once again, I spoke on dragons before and how well they do on coins. So, you could be bang on the money getting this piece for a quick flip, or even holding on to it for a little longer. I could see that, and it'd be one of the main reasons why I would lock in on this piece. So this is the Mythical Creatures release from Perth Mint, and we'll get on to the next coin, which is going to be the 75th anniversary of D-Day. Once again, a lot of the times I'm asked, how do we know what's going to be hot and what's going to be not? And the best way I'd say and see it is looking at mints that release a lot of hot coins, and then you look how well some of their winners have done, then you look at coins that ain't so hot, or that have sat around for a little while on takeoff, and that would be something like this D-Day piece here. It seems to be two-tone, so we're looking at pink and yellow gold. This has been released from the Royal Mint sometime this week at time of releasing this coin. So we're looking at the gold proof here. So it's a £2 coin, I believe. Not got a lot of £2 coins. I wouldn't even chalk this down to it being a 2 coin flop or anything like that. I just personally haven't seen a lot of the war-themed modern coins go on to do very well, or even cause somewhat of a frenzy like a lot of their 50p's have done. I favour the 50p's in general anyway, so I could be more biased towards them. But from what I've seen, this is still available on the Perth Mint website, which is, you could call it bad in comparison to a lot of the, the frenzy flaming hot coins. Perth Mint would definitely have more than advertised. So, if you was interested in this piece, there's no rush. This is on the mintage of 400, so they seem to be sticking to that. It's around the same price if it was on a 50p piece. I think the design is decent for what it is, just not for me. Once again, I think themed after war, a lot of their modern stuff hasn't gone on to do too well, but this stuff the Perth Mint pump out all the time, so you can gauge and know what to steer clear of in future if you wanted to know what was hot and what was not, and then just see how well it goes from there. So you can just watch the progress of this on the Perth Mint website. This is going to be the silver proof. I believe this has a mintage of 5,000 and total overall 8,000 in general. The silver proof, same thing. You get the same thing, just in different. I believe that must be gold plated and silver, £2 piece. And then you have the pied for, same. I think that has a lower mintage of around 3,000 and not double the price of the silver. It could be the better buy, maybe not. But, I personally don't see these doing too well, especially on the secondary market. So this is just one from a mint that creates a lot of hype, traffic jams, death threats when people can't get the coins, and you're seeing something new here that's just, run of the mill. Doesn't seem to be too much spotlight or attention on it right now. So it's always good to take a look at what's going on over there, whether it's hot or not, and then you can really gauge for yourself. But once again, it's not as simple as that. But this one here, this new release here, from my eyes, doesn't seem to be doing too well. But, I wouldn't call it bad. But if you have locked in on this coin, let me know how well it's done for you, why you locked in on it, especially if you was intending to flip it at some point in time. Once again, if you're a pure collector and you just love it for what it's worth, I can totally get down with that. These are great pieces for just the average pure collector that just loves it for, the theme or anything of the likes. So getting on to the next piece is going to be the second in the series from the Simpsons releases. Now, second, I believe they dropped 4 first, so this is going to be a second wave basically, and you getting Bart standing solo, also in the Perspex kind of shell. Where I am on a lot of these licensed coins, I've come to the conclusion that they are great for quick flips, but in terms of long-term holds and seeing how well they appreciate, I personally wouldn't do it. I've had some of the licensed coins. The best I've had, most name brand ones, would have been the Back to the Future from Perth Mint. They was all the talk of the town. It done well on release, sold out. And on the secondary market, depending on where you're selling and who you're asking, they're lukewarm. I think what's led to believe is that, you can look at the Simpsons release and in the back of your mind thinking Simpsons is massive, it's been on for eons, and you're going to get the entire Simpsons crowd flocking into these coins. That doesn't seem to be the case. I think if you're someone stacking gold and silver and you like the Simpsons, then something like this is the best of both worlds. From what I've seen, you don't get the crowd that are into it flocking towards stuff like this. So I think there's somebody at Perth offices that's a movie buff and just loves all these things, or puts them up, or their licensing deal isn't as harsh as some may think. It may just be a simple handshake deal that they have, and they will split the profits of what they sell or what they don't sell. Just goes down the toilet, because they have no qualms just dropping a lot of licensed stuff, and I don't see them doing too well. They don't end up reducing the prices on these pieces. So, but that's just my own personal thoughts and opinions. I think the first, I understand some of them done decent. I did like the donut. But I think a bad thing on this coin straight off the bat is going to be the mintage. I think the mintage of 5,000, even for the global market, is too much. I think it's going to leave you in a spot where, not forgetting, you're not getting if you had the entire Simpsons crowd on that 5K, it wouldn't even be a blink. But when you're dealing with stackers who collect gold and silver that now watch Simpsons and love it enough to pick up these coins, is that going to be the case? If you're a true stacker, you understand the fundamentals. You want to be getting weight or quality governmented, or the likes of, when you're talking high premium, you can really get stung. This is why the BUs and this could be the best buy, for somebody that just likes the series. But then, I'm not into these. I've heard some done well in the first series, but I can see these moving forward. A lot of these franchise coins, license coins, they've got tons out, from the Star Wars to the Star Treks to, the ones we'll be seeing next. But personal opinion is that, they don't bring the crowd, the franchise with them into the coin market. It's just more focused on, if you're a stacker and you really dig whatever is themed on, then it's great for you. But I'm a cowboy collector / flipper, so is it good? So I'll leave that one there. Then we get into another licensed piece, and we're looking at the 40th anniversary of Alien here. Same speech here. Once again, if you love the Alien franchise, then this could be right up your alley. The good is stoned or antiqued. 2 ounce piece here, so you're getting it for what you're getting it for. I would say the good on this piece, as it's got rather nice packaging, you're onto that, is the mintage on this one is 1,500. I think this is, according this right. Even that should have been the same on the Simpsons coins. Obviously, Alien isn't as massive or ongoing as the Simpsons, but I think they've done the right mintage there. And even when you look at the mintage of 5K or 1,500 for a global worldwide market, is tiny, but the fact that they don't sell outright says a lot about the market. So I think keeping them this low or even lower on 1,000, regardless of the size, the ounce size, I think is the best approach here. But on this one here, you're getting all the nice snazzy packaging that helps. So I think a lot of these, especially when they come in the packaging, just like we did Back to the Future coin, and the DeLorean is meant for, putting them on your mantelpiece, on your desk, so that they're pieces that can be showed off when friends come around and take a look at, and the likes of. I can't see absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you wanted to pick this piece up and just add it, there's 1,001 other pieces of home furniture junk you spend money on. So having something with some intrinsic value could be a lot better. But I think that's where they're aimed and work best. But personally, for a flip, I would never say never. I mean, we've had the Star Wars coins, I believe, that went on to do fantastic. One of the first releases. That could be purely because it was just, it was the first. I think it was the poster coins, the very first one, that went on to do great. But then you have a lot of other Star Wars coins from the 2 ounce proofs that, they're lukewarm at best. So I would say overall, a lot of the licensed stuff is drop it while it's hot. Definitely, most definitely, get the quick flipping, they're fantastic, but I wouldn't bank too hard on them. But it'd be fantastic to know if you're out there and pick up a lot of this licensed stuff and they're going to do great for you. But that's my own personal thoughts and opinions. Out of everything shown, I would have been more, focused and locked in to target this dragon piece here. But I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. This is on a lot of the new hot releases, whether they're good, bad and ugly. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comments once again. So go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think of these releases or any other new ones that you've seen. I've mainly focused on the two main big mints here. Once again, there's hundreds upon hundreds of new coins, and some, as we all know, like 95 or 99% of coins just end up just falling on the wayside. It's pointless me just getting a whole load of other coins. But there's ones that, may have a series or definitely going on from strength to strength. I've been asked about the Poland Mint coins, I think it was, or, the Hercules coins, the antique ones. So I may try to drag a few of those in at a later date. These are coins I've never picked up, but I understand they do fantastic on the secondary market. So we may definitely get into those. But let me know if you've got any other coins that you think are hot, and I'll take a look and see what's going on from there. So hey, I love it, guys. Go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I'll catch you guys on the rebound.